In 1962, three men escaped from the world's most secure prison and vanished without a trace. Did they survive? Or did the icy waters of San Francisco Bay claim them? Alcatraz, known as the Rock, was a fortress in the middle of San Francisco Bay, designed to hold the most dangerous criminals. Men like Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly, and the Birdman of Alcatraz. Surrounded by freezing, treacherous waters, escape was said to be impossible. But three men would prove the world wrong. Meet Frank Morris, a bank robber with a genius-level IQ and a history of escapes. Then there were the Anglin brothers, John and Clarence, seasoned criminals who'd broken out of prisons before. All three had met in previous stints behind bars, and in 1960 and 61, fate brought them together at Alcatraz, assigned to neighboring cells in Cell Block B. They began plotting the unthinkable. Step 1. Fool the guards. Using plaster, paint, and real human hair stolen from the prison barber, they crafted dummy heads. So lifelike, they tricked the night patrols. Step 2. Break out of their cells. Using crude tools, including a homemade drill made from a broken vacuum cleaner motor, they chipped away at the air vents. Night after night, drilling closely spaced holes around the covers. They hid their work with cardboard, suitcases, anything they could find. Behind the cells was an unguarded utility corridor. They climbed through and up to the roof of their cell block, where they set up a secret workshop. There, under the cover of darkness, they took turns keeping watch, using a makeshift periscope to spot the guards. They stole over 50 raincoats and turned them into life vests and a 6-by-14-foot rubber raft, stitching the seams together and sealing them with heat from steam pipes. They even built wooden paddles and converted a musical instrument into a tool to inflate their raft. Step 3. Find a way out of the building. The ceiling was 30 feet high, but using a network of pipes, they climbed up and pried open the ventilator shaft at the top. To keep it in place, they fashioned a fake bolt out of soap. On the night of June 11th, 1962, it was time. Leaving their dummy heads in bed, the trio slipped through the vents, climbed to the roof, and pried open the ventilator shaft. They shimmied down a bakery smokestack at the rear of the cell house, scaled a 15-foot fence, and reached the northeast shore of the island. There, in the pitch-black night, they launched their makeshift raft into the dark, freezing waters of San Francisco Bay. One man, Alan West, an accomplice, didn't make it out. His ventilator grill wasn't fully removed in time. The next morning, the guards found empty cells. Alcatraz went into lockdown. The FBI, Coast Guard, and prison officials launched a massive search. They found clues: a homemade paddle, a life vest, bits of rubber inner tube washed up on nearby shores. A packet of letters, sealed in rubber and linked to the men, was recovered within days. But the men themselves? Gone. Investigators pieced together their plan, with help from Alan West, who provided details of the escape. The men aimed to cross the bay, reach Angel Island, just over a mile away, and then cross Raccoon Strait into Marin County, where they planned to steal clothes and a car. But the odds were against them. The water was a bone-chilling 50 degrees. The currents were deadly, and the night was shrouded in fog. What happened next remains a mystery. Investigators considered two main theories. Theory 1, they drowned. The FBI believed the men perished in the bay, their bodies swept out to sea by the powerful currents. The water was freezing, the swim was grueling, and no thefts of clothes or cars were ever reported, despite the high-profile nature of the case. For 17 years, the FBI searched for evidence of their survival, but found none. No credible sightings, no confirmed contacts, nothing. But then, there's Theory 2, they made it. Some believe the escapees reached Angel Island, crossed into Marin County, and disappeared into the night. A family friend of the Anglin brothers claimed they sent letters after the escape, though the FBI could never verify this. Others point to the fact that young swimmers have made the mile-long journey from Alcatraz to Angel Island, proving it's possible. But if they survived, where did they go? The families had no financial means to support them, and no solid evidence of their survival has ever emerged. On December 31st, 1979, the FBI officially closed its case on the Alcatraz escape, but turned it over to the U.S. Marshals Service, which continues to investigate. In the unlikely event the trio is still alive, Frank Morris will be 97 today. The Anglin brothers, 93 and 94. Did they pull off the perfect escape, or did the Bay claim their lives? What do you think happened to the Alcatraz escapees? Comment below and subscribe for more unsolved mysteries, because some stories never truly end.